You can see your father on the condition that you either marry ElliotFoster or fork out $1.5 million. The choice is yours. Wanda Tate gave an ultimatum to her stepdaughter, Avery Tate. You're pushing me to marry a man who is in a persistent vegetative state because you can't bear the thought of your daughter doing the same. And you're doing that just because you want the money. Well, keep dreaming if you think you can threaten me like that. So, you're not going to make a choice then? Then I'll just end your father's treatment. Our family doesn't have much money left, so I might as well save it for your sister's dowry rather than spend it on a dying man. I'm still his wife, remember. I have the authority to stop his treatment at any time. How dare you? If you want to save him, then do as I say and marry Elliot. Avery took out her cell phone and called her boyfriend, Cole. His familiar ringtone blared from her sister Cassandra's room. Cole's voice said, "So I bet she has some sort of illness down there. But with you. Oh my, I can't get enough of you. My uncle is a vegetable now, and he doesn't have much longer to live. When she marries him and ends up being a widow, I'll coax her so that all the Foster's assets will be ours. Then I'm going to have lots of fun with you." Avery felt as if a thunderbolt had just struck her. Her head was buzzing. She took out her cell phone and made a call. "I'll marry Elliot." The wedding ceremony was held 3 days later. Avery was alone at the wedding. That night, she was sent to Elliot's mansion. She slowly walked over and carefully watched his face. Elliot's deep-set features stood out on his chiseled face. He exuded a majestic aura of nobility. "I just married your uncle," Avery snapped coldly at Cole when he appeared later. "Do I need to teach you how to address me?" "Uncle Elliot is practically a dead man," Cole said. "When he's dead, I'll get a good lawyer and make sure you get his whole estate. When that happens, everything he has will be ours." Elliot, who was lying still in bed, began to slowly open his eyes. Under the lights of the crystal chandelier, Elliot's obsidian black eyes were deep, magnetic, and dangerous. The color disappeared from Cole's face as he stumbled a few steps back. Avery's mind went blank at that moment. Everyone around her had told her that he was going to die soon. Who is she? Elliot's thin lips parted slightly. His voice was dull and indifferent as he spoke. "Get her out of here." "Don't be afraid, madam," Mrs. Cooper said. "Master Elliot just woke up, so he might not be able to accept the news yet. Let's get you to the guest room for tonight, and we'll talk in the morning." The next morning, Avery arrived at the dining room. Elliot sat up straight despite being in a wheelchair. "I heard that you might be pregnant with my child," Elliot said. "Do you prefer a surgical or medical abortion?" Color disappeared from Avery's face. "I'm not pregnant. Ask the cleaning lady, Mrs. Wilson, if you don't believe me. I asked her for a tampon this morning. Get your documents ready. We'll be divorced soon," Elliot said coldly. In a couple of days, Avery arrived at the hospital and explained the situation to the doctor. The scan showed no signs of bleeding in her womb. It also showed that there was a gestational sac inside of her. "Congratulations, there are 2 gestational sacs in your womb. You're having twins. The probability of being pregnant with fraternal twins is about the same as winning the lottery." The news hit Avery like a ton of bricks. She was in a panicked frenzy. The decision to give birth or not was now solely on her shoulders. "Doctor, I'm keeping them. I want to give birth to my babies." "Avery, your father's dying. Come home right away." Her mother's hoarse voice came from the other side of the line. Avery's heart stung painfully. Jack Tate was lying on the bed. "Avery, my darling girl, I've failed you. I'll make it up to both of you in the next life." The large hand, holding hers, suddenly let go. A shrill cry tore through the house. Avery returned to the Foster mansion. "If you were pregnant with my child," Elliot said suddenly in a chilling voice, "I would kill it with my own hands. Don't test me if you want to live. You know the kind of person I am. My actions will be much more severe than my words. Don't think I'll forgive you just because I paid you money." Avery clenched her fists. "Don't worry, I will never give you children. You know how much I despise you. The most urgent matter right now is to quickly get a divorce. Tate Industries is currently facing a debt of $125 million, her lawyer announced. If you take over your father's company, you would also inherit his debt. This company is your father's life's work. Do you really have the heart to watch it shut down? Were you thinking of having Elliot cough up the money to help you out?" Elliot's brother, Henry Foster, mocked. "That isn't a small amount. A typical person wouldn't lend you that amount, and they wouldn't be able to cough up that much. All of you think too highly of me," Avery said. "Even if I asked to borrow the money from Elliot, he would never give it to me. I'll figure something out. She received a new email from a mysterious investor. I will invest if the meeting went well. Signed Mr. Z. He sent a screenshot of a bank account showing close to $200 million. How about you send over your bank account number, and I'll bank in a deposit of intent of cooperation to you. Avery sent him a screenshot. She received a transfer notification. Mr. Z had wired over $800,000. Friday night arrived. Avery arrived at the Twilight Bar. You're still my wife for now, Elliot had warned her that morning. If I ever find out that you're lying to me, you're dead. Avery took a deep breath and opened the door to private room V606. Mr. Z was already there. She could vaguely make out the silhouette of a man in a wheelchair in the dark room. Her eyes suddenly widened. It was Elliot. Avery felt like someone was strangling her. How could Elliot be Mr. Z? Avery subconsciously took a few steps back, but the door was locked from the outside. Leaving before saying hello. Elliot pressed his lips into a thin line. What are you doing in a place like this? I'm here to have dinner with some friends. This is a bar. Come and drink with me. Elliot picked up a glass of wine. Avery Tate, did you not take what I said this morning seriously? Did you not hear me, or are you feigning ignorance? What's going on? Elliot. Let me out. Avery snapped as her cheeks flushed with anger. I told you to drink with me. Did you not hear me, or are you feigning ignorance? I lied to you this morning, Avery said. I made an appointment to meet someone tonight. He agreed to invest in my father's company. Who is he? You don't even know his name, but you came to meet him. These are the consequences of your lies. I'm not a child. Even if I am your wife, I have my own space and social life. You have no right to interfere in my affairs. Elliot's big hand clasped around her arm. Before she could register the pain, he had already yanked her over and threw her onto the couch. The couch was soft, but Avery was still upset. She gritted her teeth and tried to get up. Just as Avery was preparing to stand up, she saw a tall figure looming over her and blocking the light. Elliot was standing up. He stood up from the wheelchair. Avery stared at him in stunned silence as her mind went blank. The next moment, Elliot threw himself over Avery and pressed her down onto the couch. Men take women here to drink. If you're not here for that, then why are you here? He reached out his long, slender fingers and grabbed her chin tightly. Her red lips parted from the pressure he exerted. With his other hand, Elliot picked up the wine glass on the table. The red liquid in the glass shook slightly. You come here when a stranger invites you. You need to learn your lesson properly, Elliot said coldly before he poured the wine into Avery's open mouth. Avery grabbed onto his arms and tried to push him away. He had just recovered from a long-term illness, but he was horrifyingly strong. The deep red liquid entered her mouth. She did not swallow it, but the bitterness of the alcohol choked her and made her cough violently. It felt like she was drowning. Avery grabbed Elliot's shirt collar in panic and yanked it so hard that its button snapped off. The button rolled onto the ground, and he felt a wave of cold air hit his bare chest. Elliot looked at the face of the woman in front of him. It was flushed with agony. His chest tightened, and his heart suddenly softened. He let go of her chin. Avery immediately turned her head and spat the wine out of her mouth. I hate you, ElliotFoster, she cried through teary eyes and clenched fists. It was just one drink. Was that so hard? Elliot said. If it weren't me, another man would be doing this to you. These are the consequences of your lies.